So we've got the entire team here with us. So sat on the big red sofa, we've got Lily and Lucinda over there. Hello, hello, hello. Lovely to have you. But actually on the microphones, no pressure, we've got Lucy and we've got Ella and we've got Holly. Who decided who was going to actually speak then? How did that come about?
Well, there was a few members of our group who aren't very socially...
Weren't as keen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I totally understand it. I mean, I have to do it for a job and I'm still not keen. No, I am really. I love it really. Well, listen, Lucy, let's talk about your charity itself then, because the teams are named after the charities, aren't they? So Gumboots is your charity. What is it?
It's a non-profit organisation which is based in South Africa. It works towards addressing the poverty and AIDS-related issues, and it does this through many projects and by focusing on education, nutrition, empowerment and well-being. Gumboots does this by funding lots of homegrown projects to allow the most deprived communities to thrive.
And did you know anything about the charity before you started looking into this?
Not really, but we've learnt a lot through the charity challenge competition.
Yeah, and I'm guessing in doing something like this has made you sort of more aware anyway of the needs around the world and sort of the different communities and things too.
Yeah, it's really helped with our awareness of the world and South Africa.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure it has. Have any of you been to South Africa before?
No.
No. Is it making you kind of think you might want to go and visit it and check some of this out maybe? Yeah, I think so too. Okay, well, listen, Ella, tell us then about, because obviously this is the charity challenge, and so you all as students have to get together and you have to do fundraising, you have to do all kinds of things. How does it work? What do each of you find yourselves doing then when you get together? What are the different roles you have to do?
So within our group, it's pretty evenly spread because it's quite a heavy workload, but if you divide it, then it's quite manageable alongside our A-levels as well.
Because that's, of course, you're doing your A-levels too,
Yeah.
so there's kind of a lot on your plate. So how often do you meet?
So we have like dedicated time in school towards Charity Challenge, which is like an hour a week or something. And we, like within our group, we meet every week and have meetings. But we have Wendy, who's from the One World Charity Centre, and she comes in like every other week to do assemblies for us.
Oh, that's good. So she kind of guides you basically. So you've got, are you sort of told in advance this is the sort of thing you might need to do, or you just have to make it up as you go along?
So she told us that like the main goal of the Charity Challenge is to raise awareness for our charity, because obviously they're very quite small charities and you want to reach as many people as possible.
And you've obviously coming up here so that you can do that. But
Yeah.
I have noticed you're all very good on social media as well, because you've been doing little Instagram stories too, and obviously sort of sharing. That's got to be presumably the main way you get the word out nowadays is social media, isn't it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're all over that, which is good to know. And Holly, we're talking about fundraising. I mean, this is kind of the main thing, isn't it? So what have you been doing for fundraising so far?
Well, we've done 2 fundraisers. One being we got sponsored for the New Year's Day dip.
Oh, well done. I love that you did the dip. How did you find it?
It wasn't too bad, I think, because it was cold outside anyway.
Yeah, so you didn't notice it quite so much. Where did you dip?
In Douglas.
Yeah. How many? So did you all do it? Did everyone do it?
Yes.
Well
Most of us.
done. I mean, is that thing, isn't it? I take it you've never done it before. You've never done the kind of cold dipping in the sea before.
Not really, no.
So what did it feel like?
Cold.
When you're going in there, I suppose, when you've got a purpose, because you know that you're sort of raising money, presumably that helps a little bit, does it?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So how much did you raise?
For that fundraiser, we raised £200.
Fantastic. I believe as well there's been some baking that's been going on.
Yes, we did a coffee morning. And our friend Ella, she did a speech during the coffee morning. And we sold raffle tickets and cakes and bread.
Fantastic. So what was the speech then, Ella? I mean, was it just sort of trying to empower people to...
Yeah, empowering people to come down, support, thanking everyone for coming.
And getting involved. I mean, is it hard to engage people? Or are you finding that when you do start telling them about the charity, that actually they do really want to get on board and help you?
Yeah, I feel like most people are quite open-minded to come and help and support and buy our stuff that we were selling, so it was quite good.
And this all kind of culminates, doesn't it, in a presentation? Is that right, Lucy? Tell us what happens.
At the end, we have a competition within our school where we have to do a creative presentation based on all the work we've done, what the charity does, and then if we win that, we get to go against other schools, and if we win, we get to give £1,000 to our charity.
Which would be amazing, because I mean, what does that money sort of go towards with the charity? What do they do with it?
They have so many projects which they're doing, and one of which is the Child Support Project. This offers care, counselling and support. It helps to many children by giving them access to education and hope for their brighter future.
Oh, which is wonderful. And that's one of the things we've been learning about with this charity challenge. Quite often it does involve education, doesn't it? And I suppose that's kind of giving you a really good insight into how fortunate we are over here, really. I mean, is it what have you sort of learned from this, would you say, Lucy, from doing this challenge?
I think it just makes you very aware about everything that you have, which other people don't have, and how much we need to help the people who don't have the stuff we have.
Oh, well said. That's so lovely. Ella, what are going to be your kind of big takeaways from this?
I think my big takeaway would probably be to make sure you're aware of stuff that's going on around you and not just what's happening to you.
Quite right too. And Holly, I'm guessing as well you're kind of getting some skills from doing this challenge that might be quite useful to you in the future.
Yes, definitely.
What sort of things do you think you're going to take away from this?
Well, fundraising is definitely like a good thing to do, obviously. So we've definitely learned a lot about fundraising and really how to approach it.
And probably a bit of marketing as well, I'm guessing, because of the whole sort of social media side of things.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So what would you say to someone who's thinking about maybe doing this next year? I mean, Ella, what would you say?
I would definitely recommend it, because I think although you're raising money and raising awareness for a charity, you're also gaining lots of personal skills. Like group work is a big one, and presentation skills, social skills.
So it's a really good thing to get involved with, and probably looked on quite fondly, well, I'm sure, from your students, from your teachers at school as well. They probably look on it well. Well, listen, Lucy, tell us then how people can support you. How can they give you money? How can they find out more about the charity?
We have an Instagram which you can follow, which is gumbootsbhs.charitychallenge, and on there we have the link to their Just Giving. You can also go on the Gumboots website to help support them and learn about more of the charity.